Greetings, Discreet Defenders. This is Dave with Discreet Defense Research. Welcome back to Discreet Defense Ranch. This evening, we have a quick shoot of the Golden Saber Defense Compact Handgun by Remington in 380 ACP. This is the 102 grain projectile with a list muzzle velocity of 815 feet per second. Now, we're not going to do a chronograph test this evening because we already chronographed this early in February and it did exceptionally well. So we're just going to skip right ahead to a 2-layer denim test because this kind of passed the 4-layer denim test. And I always considered 2 layers to be more realistic as a clothing barrier. In this case, we're dealing with 14-ounce denim, which is something I used to use, and I happen to have 2 layers of it left. Now I've switched to a 12-ounce 4-layer denim test for reasons that I've explained elsewhere. We're just going to get to this test real quick. But I've been keeping the test round warm in my pocket, so hopefully it performs to specifications. The pistol this time will be the Ruger LCP Max with its 2.75-inch barrel. All right, getting the eyes and ears on. Got a kind of a part water and part ice jug, backing things up. It's about 40 degrees out here today. I've been keeping the gel packed in snow, but since the sun is kind of going behind a cloud, I'm not too worried about the temperature right now. It'll be close to specs, and anyway, it's a tough second melt block. Now, I'm just going to use about 14 inches of this gel. The 380 block in front got used lengthwise earlier in a series of tests earlier today, so I'm going to shoot sideways through it to cancel out the possibility that the projectile will follow the old path of any of those previous tests. But I think I think I'm going to use backlighting for this shoot. All right, there's the projectile. In case you missed the previous video, I encourage you to go back and watch the chronograph test. We are hot. Gonna get a good 6 feet back. And yeah, right where I wanted it. Hole all the way through. Ignore the 22 holes higher up. Hole all the way through. And I used to test 380 with a 2-layer denim test, the way I used to test 22 Magnum. But in this case, it looks like we have a capture, and 14 inches of gel was in fact enough. Let me set this up here, line up the holes. Looks like that went. Don't need that anymore. Looks like that right to where the slope of the gel is. That got just past the 12-inch mark. So that is pretty good for a little pocket 380 with a 2.75-inch barrel like the LCP Max. Very nice performance. Let's take a look at it with the digital caliper. I notice here that the denim has once again partially defeated the hollow point cavity expansion, even when it's just 2 layers of 14-ounce denim. So I'm a little bit disappointed in this round, but I'm still going to measure it. And I'm still probably going to carry it when and if I carry 380. Because It's so powerful and has so much momentum. Even if it doesn't expand properly, it'll almost always expand partly, and it will get good penetration, and anyway will get amazing muzzle energy, like 170 feet per second or more. Sorry, like 170 foot-pounds or more. So we're talking about 0.53 diameter. It's not completely expanded, which is a bit disappointing. I kind of expected it would when we cut back to 2 layers of 14-ounce denim. But it is still a pretty good bullet with a pretty big expansion signature in the gel. I don't know. As .380 goes, Golden Saber's failures outperform other brands' successes, in my opinion. So there's our 2-layer denim test of Golden Saber 102 grain 380 ACP defense compact handgun ammunition, fired from the 2.75-inch barrel of the Ruger LCP Max. Thanks, folks. This is Dave for DDR. Have a great week.